my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen, make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up, break you in and break you out. In the end, we're gonna make it.
Hey, Dionna, we're back again. Deanna's getting ready for another edition of All Time High.
That's right.
What can listeners do while we wait? What should they do? What should they think about to start off
See
our
that
episode?
little subscribe button? It's like right down there underneath this video. Go ahead, hit that. Then like it. Share this. Share the wealth. Share the knowledge. The entertainment. We all know how funny Jim is. We got to get Jim out there more.
I'm actually listening to Mel Brooks. I'm listening to different comedians to try to figure out why it is that I'm not funny. I mean, I think that I'm funny, but I'm not funny.
Are you not funny?
It's an audio book.
No.
Well, I don't know.
Is it called I'm Not Funny?
No, that's mine.
Oh.
I'm not as funny as I'd like to be. So yeah, humor is like a dangerous thing. When you nail it, it's amazing. Best thing ever. But when you miss, it's kind of like awkward funny and the meet the Fockers stuff. And I'm not into awkward funny. So can't do that.
Well, I think I'm hilarious. So
okay.
I crack myself up all
I tend to agree.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, see, that wasn't funny. Slapstick.
Uh-oh.
Hey, so here's the deal. Speaking of not funny, let's talk about Michael Saylor.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to tell a knock joke.
Do you have one? I'm not really a dad joke kind of guy. That's just not my forte. We're trying to I try to bring alpha to the meeting. And so sometimes I'm a little too serious. So maybe that's it. When it's like, I'm too serious about this. And then all of a sudden try to be funny. I'm not really funny. Oh. But enough about me. Let's talk about Michael Saylor. He's a guy that people don't really think is funny because he's so damn serious too.
I know. And wealthy. Killing it.
Well, so let's talk about that. Like, that's what we're going to add today. We're going to talk about, would we invest? Would we not? Again, your risk tolerance is different than our risk tolerances. Your investment goals are different than our investment goals. So do your own research. We're just here for entertainment purposes only. And boy, is today's episode going to be entertaining. But at the end of the day, Dionna, I got to figure out if you're going to be buying more MSTR, more BTC. Like last we checked, is Michael buying more BTC or not?
Yeah. So the most recent Bitcoin was on August 18th, and he purchased 430 Bitcoin for $51.4 million, bringing its total holdings to 629,376 Bitcoin, valued at over $72 billion. They're saying that he's up 56% on its investment since he started investing in Bitcoin. Yeah. Ironically, the stock was down. So it hit an all-time high in November, but it's actually down right now. So we'll see how.
Yeah, which to me is kind of counterintuitive.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Bitcoin's been up at 114. Whatever. Like, why wouldn't, if they're so highly correlated, how can Bitcoin be up at 114, 119, 120? Yeah. And MicroStrategy, which they renamed, I'm point out some obvious warning signs. When they rename something, there's a problem. And it used to be like, was it MicroStrategy? And now it's just strategy. Like they've changed that. They've changed the logo.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. I'm serious. I'm not even.
What you saw would just happen with Cracker Barrel, right? I mean, they wiped out.
That was a bad look.
Yeah, it was a very bad look. You know, sometimes you should just leave things alone. Don't mess with it. Like Bitcoin.
Yeah, is she still CEO?
Yeah, she's still
I heard
CEO.
they fired the marketing director. I know, but is she gone yet? Like when you wipe out that much stock on a marketing play?
No, I know. I don't know how either. I mean, there's been a couple brands that have experienced this. Some of them have been quick to throw the guy out, bring a new guy in. Some of them ride it out, you know. But I think just goes to show when it comes to corporations and business how important marketing and branding is, because you alienate your fans and they're gonna take it out on you. Actually, you know what I just saw too, and I apologize for digressing a little bit. Target has gone plummeted, and Walmart capitalized on it. So like if you look at the chart, it was like Target and then Walmart, and now they've reversed, and it's literally what Target share is now Walmart share and vice versa. And they've done a 180, and it's all just because of the stances that they've taken publicly. You know, they feel like people feel alienated by it. So you know who doesn't alienate people? Bitcoin. Just
Who?
saying. It's open to everybody.
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is for everybody.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Well, let's go back in time. Speaking of losing lots of money, I don't know the last time you've seen this, but it's been a while for me. So I do want to share it with everybody.
Please.
You know, different people have different risk tolerance. Have you seen this
Yeah.
headline before?
I have not.
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's our guy,
Yeah.
Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy back then. And this was at a point where he lost, this is Fortune, but it's from New York's hometown newspaper, Daily News, March 21st, 2000. He lost $6 billion in a day. And now he owns how much Bitcoin, you said?
He owns 72 billion worth of Bitcoin, up 56%. So I think it was 600.
I mean, with the volatility of Bitcoin, I'm not here to say that he hasn't had swings, 10% of the value.
Sure.
I mean, that's not that much.
Sure. No, but
do you think he could lose more? Could it be 60 billion in a day? I mean, this was in 2000 before some of the inflation that's happened recently.
Yeah, SBF managed to do it, so I'm sure it's possible. I mean, what'd he lose?
Yes, and look what it is. Hotshot Tech, look at that. Down 40 million, down some 98% from its peak. So let's talk about the game he's playing today, because he's played this game before. He lived to tell a story about it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he sure did. And one thing I want to say to our listeners, these big companies, these big people, they're bullish, they're buying, they probably know something. It's almost like the Nancy Pelosi follow the leader. I'm not telling you to buy. I'm telling you to do your own research. I'm telling you to do things within your tolerance. I'm also saying this is a great time to be alive, and the market is open for everybody.
That is true. And I'm just going to remind us of Bernie Madoff. Do you remember him? It wasn't a Ponzi scheme. No. All the New York people were fighting to get in. See, it isn't a Ponzi scheme until it's a Ponzi scheme. And then once it's a Ponzi scheme, it's too late. It is too late.
Bitcoin's a Ponzi
There's no
scheme?
going back. No, I'm saying Saylor's strategy of buying more coins, and then, by the way, I bought it, so I'm not saying that because it is or isn't, I can't buy it.
Yeah.
Yes, and one of the big risk factors for me in buying that coin, and really with any of these ETF funds, knowing that the exchanges play on the weekend, you can't touch your stuff. Like if you leave Friday at 3:00 Central, whenever stock market closes, and your ETF goes south over the weekend, guess what? I'll check you Monday morning. I'll see you then. And in the meantime, who knows what could have happened?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's the other
this
thing
is one of the problems with strategy.
It makes me a little leery about it is the price happens on movement, right? Like nobody gets money from buying and holding. We know that there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin printed, which, by the way, that's a whole nother thing we should talk about that'll drive scarcity and value. But if these big people keep accumulating it, at some point, it has to keep moving. It won't go up in value if all of a sudden 10% is sitting on 100% of the Bitcoin. It just won't.
So I want to see the actual transactions on the blockchain. Shouldn't that be a reasonable request?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know it is, but you know what you can't get? You can't get it. Do you know why you can't get it?
Because you can't. No. Why can't you get it?
They're saying it's to protect the security of blah, blah, blah wallet and don't want to have cryptographers trying to hack the wallet, blah, blah, blah. But I also know it should be multiple wallets if they have any kind of encryption thinking going in. Moreover, it should be operationally transparent, or in my mind, they're hypothecating the money. Well, they're hypothecating the coin. Does that make sense? Yes.
Yeah, but how are they obfuscating the transaction? It's on the Bitcoin network. Right, you should be able to track it. Every person who has a Bitcoin wallet. So here's the other interesting thing of why Bitcoin could never be shut down. Every person who has a Bitcoin wallet holds every single transaction that's ever happened in Bitcoin, every transaction. And so when you talk about distributed, the reason it's hard to, so if I have, let's say, a bank, I have one ledger. That ledger can be moved, it can be changed, it could be altered, and there's no comparison, there's nothing to reference it to. That one ledger was altered. If I have two ledgers, it's a little more difficult because I changed one, but this other one says something different. If I have three ledgers, it's even more difficult. Well, now imagine you've got 1 million ledgers, so it is harder. The more people who get in Bitcoin, the more people who use Bitcoin, the more it spreads, the harder it is to control, the harder it is to shut down. So you should be able to go and see those transactions. Now, you won't get to know who's doing what because of the wallet addresses. You'd actually have to connect the wallet to the person, which is done via third party or whatever app that's used for the transaction. But it should be there on the Bitcoin ledger. I'm gonna go find it.
I'm gonna find out definitively while we watch. What's that? You gonna find it?
Well, yeah, because we know. I mean, I would think that they did small amounts of purchases, but we know that they just bought so many coins the other day. All you'd have to do is go back and trace those. I mean, if they did it in one bite, which would not be, I mean, maybe if they wanted the market to go up, they would have. If they spread it out a little bit, I don't know what their strategy is in actual purchasing, but it might be interesting to go figure it out.
So I'm going to give it to you. So the way they do things at MicroStrategy, they basically use Coinbase Prime as a custodian. And so they buy it. It's pooled within the custodian's wallets, plural, not singular.
Sure.
And so you're only going to see a custodian wallet move BTC, which could be mixed in with all other transactions here, there, and everywhere. So it's not a unique MSTR wallet.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Crazy to me. Crazy how, because now they're at the mercy of Coinbase. So imagine if MicroStrategy is not holding their coins and Coinbase got hacked, they're screwed. So to me, that's not even that's not smart. And Coinbase has two. You can have a wallet on your phone and a Coinbase wallet account, and they're two actually different things. So if you have your private keys for your Coinbase wallet on your phone, that is not the same as keeping it on the exchange because you have your private keys. So just remember that if you have your private keys, you are in control of your crypto. If somebody else has your private keys, you are not in control of your crypto. And didn't you just show me the other day when we were talking about this and the dangerousness of exchanges? Didn't somebody just shut something down? It was transactions.
I mean, yes, like all the time. Like that's not new. Like, oh wait, it's Monday. Yeah, somebody shut it. Yeah, for sure. Oh wait, it's Tuesday. Yeah, it happened. I mean, you get to assume in this space for now that an exchange, and this is fact, is not FDIC insured, which means if for whatever reason, and some of them one of them declares bankruptcy, your funds, where do they go? Do you get them back? No, they go bye-bye. There's no back.
Yeah.
So let's talk about MicroStrategy. Let's you and I listen for a second. I'm going to play clips and I want to get your feedback on this after we listen to some of the Prognosticators. It's pretty dramatic title. He says the end of Bitcoin is near. So let's see what he's talking about.
Because he's going to buy it all.
Because of what's going on in markets like this one with MicroStrategy. Here we go.
Raising $5.4 billion without knowing something. The risk is far too high. It's one thing if you are issuing debt against your company and you owe someone else $1.28 million. It's another thing when you owe them $100 million. It's a real another thing if you owe them $1 billion. If you are trying to take out $5.4 billion to buy more Bitcoin, their current goal is to accumulate.
So wait, this gets to what you're saying. 5.4 billion in loans. You're like, he's got to know something, right? What does he know that we don't know? You're in the inside loop. You're OG. People tell you things they don't tell me. I don't know. I mean, it's just, you're more trustworthy. I don't know. I'm not funny and not trustworthy. I mean, this is going to turn into a therapy session.
Yes, you are, Jim. Yes, you are.
I know.
But I love that this is what I was saying. And this guy's saying the same thing. Like it's not, they're going to have to do something with it at some point. And oh, by the way, that 72 billion is only there if they liquidate. Right. So that's not,
and
that's
on
not
your
even
camera, are you much bigger? Are you much bigger in the center and we're smaller on the side right now?
No.
The camera likes you better too. It's unreal. It's uncanny. It's just one of those days. All right, we're gonna keep listening. Here we go. A little bit more from this particular track.
210,000 Bitcoin within the next year and a half. That's 1% of all the Bitcoin that there would ever be. something really weird is happening. Like something, and it's not you haven't heard me joke once this video. Something really weird is actually taking place. Someone knows something's going to happen, something is about to take place, something's going to be in the news, someone's about to accumulate something. You don't up the ante like that for no given reason. I don't care how much conviction you have in an asset. You don't do something like that unless you know, check, this thing is actually going to happen, like in real time, that you'll be able.
I can't argue this part of the equation, right? Like,
But I feel like we know what's going to happen. Do we not? I mean, you have 3 states that approved BTC reserves, right? So now states are going to actually start buying up Bitcoin and holding them in reserve. The US is going to do it as well. By the way, none of this has happened yet. It's all been approved. It has yet to start. And so if we know that all of a sudden the US is hedging it, and Saylor is hedging it, and Texas is going to hedge it, and Arizona is going to hedge it, or Wyoming, or whatever. Sorry, no one's pretty sure Arizona. Anyways, whatever. If we know that all those guys are doing it and it hasn't happened yet, of course he knows. He got in before they did it. That's the whole point.
okay, I want you to check your Sam Bankman-Fried ID card at the door. I want you to take your Jack Mahler's hoodie and check it at the coat check. And I want you to, I think, in what world of financial derivatives and hedge trading and debt to equity ratios do we, as a financial institution, give me one anytime, history of the world, where you buy from an entity that you don't know who it is that owns it?
I know.
How does that happen?
I know. And it is crazy as
and that goes back to Dionna rule number 1. Maybe it's rule number 1A. Like there's a corollary that says, except for Satoshi. I mean, billions of dollars. Like,
I know. And this is why we say nothing's a guarantee. It's all a hedge. But what if the dollar falls? You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, we're on the path to that.
I've got an idea. You know, we figured out some of the words that get us shadow banned. So I'm going to throw one out because you've done a really good job lately. And in particular in this episode.
Shadow bans.
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So I'm going to test a limit and a boundary because I think he may be part of what is driving it. I'm going to say a name and then you tell me what you think about it. It's a name we haven't talked about on this show. This will be the first one.
Can you spell it?
Yes.
Do you think we'll get banned if you spell it?
No.
Is it long?
I'll say his first name, Peter. And you know him probably in Texas because he is supportive of a person there.
Is it
Thiel?
Oh, who?
Yeah. He's part of the, I believe, PayPal, the PayPal Mafia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just seeing, like, he's the kind of guy that could pull something like this off. He would, former CEO of PayPal, and now not directly, but very indirectly involved in the financial arenas, the political arenas, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it could be?
That he started it?
No, yeah. That he's involved with it, that he's orchestrating this, and that he's got a grander vision, that he's got people participating with and in.
No. I don't see that at all. If I'm going with what I've heard, the majority of the people, they think Satoshi's dead. There may be a few people out there where Satoshi's still alive, but again, Satoshi only started the code. There was a group of developers who continued to build the code and put it out together. And there's still, agencies that oversee it. And it's I don't know. It's one of those things that could happen. I don't know if it will happen. I'm betting it's not going to happen. I see people as seeing this as an asset class that can be exploded. Imagine if the US could pay off its debts just from this asset class alone. Like, we're going to need something radical to happen in order for us to get that debt down, or we're going to implode. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We are on that path, and we've been on that path for a minute. And you're starting to see the shrinkage of the middle class, which is usually how it starts. And now you're seeing people either go up or down, and the upper people are going to take advantage and take off, and the lower people are going to get mad and they're going to start revolting. I mean, if we can't figure out some of these things, that's what's happening. My thought, is that they're going to use this asset class in order to have it explode so that we can make some of those things possible. The paying down the debt, adding more money to the economy. And by the way, you know, if our government holds crypto, if Texas holds crypto and Bitcoin and the dollar falls, guess what? We're still okay because we got Bitcoin.
What about, how do you feel about, again, we don't know, like pensions. So let's just go to where, I mean, okay, fine. Wyoming issued a stable coin that soaks up some of the liquidity. It allows transactions. It's cool. It's new. Not every state's going to do it, but some will, and that's great. And we happen to be in one where they are doing it, and that's great. We love it. We think it's great. But on a grander scheme, there's some states that are going to start investing in pension funds to maybe make up for things like our grandma or granny. Is granny going to want her pension to be impacted? Are we ready for the news where the teacher retirement system can't afford its payments to its constituents because Bitcoin took a
That's happening without Bitcoin. That's already a thing. I mean, that's not a thing. So if anything, I think Bitcoin gives them more hope that they're going to get money because it's the asset class. It is the best performing asset class of what? The last 10 years, hands down.
Yes. Yeah,
exactly. And it's just now starting to hit mainstream. You know how many people I have that come to me and is like, man, I wish I would have bought Bitcoin back.
I know.
And it's like, it's still not too late. You could still do it. You know, I think that, and this is where they talk about being diversified, right? You have some stocks, you have property, you have gold, you have Bitcoin, you have cash. When you're leveraged equally across, if any of them drop, you're fine. It's when you go all heavy into one of them that you're going to be really in trouble because let's say property drops, let's say gold drops, let's say Bitcoin drops. And oh, by the way, you only make money off of Bitcoin until it's used for payments worldwide daily. You only make money if you take profits. So if you're buying it and you're sitting on it, you hold it, you don't have your profits yet until you actually take your profits. So all these people that are buying all these big companies, the states, the countries, they're going to have to take profits at some point. So you have to watch for that too, right? So this is an asset class that we might see the volatility just continue to go up and down because these people know how to get it to go its way so that they can use it to their advantage, whether it's up or down.
You recognize though that like this thing with MicroStrategy, you said they own 6,000 some odd Bitcoin.
600,000.
I mean, that's
like 600.
600,000.
No, 600,000.
Only 21 million ever will be created. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. And as you look at that, like big volatility, like he's not controlling this. It's a flywheel effect only if Bitcoin continues to go up.
Yep.
And so he's relying heavily on debt.
Yeah.
And in a market downturn, and we've heard about it, it wasn't that long ago. I remember supposedly like if it went down to 70,000, it was going to cause him to like have to file bankruptcy. I mean, for him to get out of MSTR, he files BK, right? And his debts and obligations are wiped.
Yeah. Yeah. And
he also,
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, it's one of the more high risk things to do. So I'm going to ask you a question and then we're going to frame it differently. Would you at this point buy BTC or would you buy MSTR if given the choice?
Okay. Well, we just talked about.
You only get to pick one.
I would go BTC.
What's that?
BTC. I'd go or BTC.
I would too.
BTC. Yeah.
I would too. And would you keep it on an exchange or would you put it on a cold wallet?
Oh no, I'd put it on a cold wallet. Put it in a cold wallet.
Me too.
Put it away.
All right, good. We're finding common ground. This is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I do want to say to your note on Saylor, I've worked in companies. I know I've talked about this before on the show. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch a previous episode because not only are we funny, but I tell good stories. And I had worked for different companies that had acquired all crypto and sat on it. And if you
are you still funny if you have to tell people you're funny? Like, does Kevin Hart tell people he's funny? I don't know.
I actually don't think I'm that funny. I really only crack myself up.
You're on a roll today, though. I will give you that. Keep rolling.
Thank you.
Keep it rolling.
Thank you. So if you're in a company and you're banking on crypto and you're holding crypto and that's where the majority of your money is, if you do not take profits, I've gone from like, $500,000 in capital to 100,000 in capital. And it's like, where'd all my money go? Oh, we didn't take profits. It's like, seriously. So now it actually destroyed the company. So if you have to, and so this will be interesting to see how he plays this. He can't just sit on all of that Bitcoin. He can't. He's got to take profits at some point, whether he does it a little bit at a time. You know what I mean? Whether they're all working in the back end to strategize how to do this together. And this is where maybe if people are paying attention and watching and listening to us, they can ride some of these waves too. I don't know. But it's interesting times. And I think that this is an asset class that has the potential to make people a lot of money if they continue to do it.
Yeah, no, over time, I think that asset class, we talked about it at the beginning of these episodes, went from 2.5 million to 4 trillion. So a lot of people have made a lot of money from there to here. And if it goes like I think, and even said way back then that it go to 10 trillion, you're looking at significant improvements from there. It's just that there are going to be winners and losers. There's going to be moments in time. And I just got to believe there's going to be a moment in time where this thing doesn't go due north, and it may be fantastic. In fact, I think when the legislation gets passed for the second round, that's going to go through, we could get a series of activities that just sets this thing up to go quickly to 10 trillion, because they're talking about tokenizing real world assets. And with banks getting a little, I mean,
I'm a fan of that, by the way. I'm a huge fan. Yeah, because you see all these things about people stealing titles in other countries where, like records have been destroyed. For example, I know this isn't an asset. I was always big. My actual attraction to Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, but blockchain in general, the first use case I ever thought of was the military. Because when I was in the Army and we were deployed, everything was on paper. And oh, by the way, all the medical records in St. Louis burnt down. And it's on the burden of the soldier to prove the things that happen. And I was actually medevaced out of Iraq at one point, and they had no record of it. And the only reason I could prove it happened was I happened to keep my yellow, like carbon copy charge thing that showed that I was medevaced out. So to me, there is a use case in which tokenizing things, whether it's assets, records, and I know records could be a little crazy, but I'm very pro that. Like that's what attracted me to this industry.
So get ready for this. You ready for this? We're going to start tokenizing our show. And here's where I'm going with this.
All right, let's see what you go.
The way that things are going, it used to be we believe things when they were written in the newspaper. Yeah. That was fact, right? And then we've got this internet thing and people started writing crazy stuff, and it could be true, might not be true. Whatever. We'll figure it out. So it started to get blurry. Well, right now it's getting blurry with video because deepfakes used to be a really good thing. So we're going to get to a place, and I'm going to be a couple of steps ahead like I normally am, probably early, whatever. But because a year from now, 2 years from now, there could be a deepfake Dionna. And we don't want that, because somebody will be able to mask your voice and mask your video. And we believe video right now because that's what we see on our phones and that's what we know to be true. But within 2 years, it's no longer necessarily going to be true. And we're going to start second guessing it. And so to get one step ahead of that, I'm going to say these are the videos of the real people authenticated on the blockchain and kind of make it match back up.
Yeah. It's funny. I actually gave an entire talk on that. I gave a whole speech on the AI and blockchain coming together and how that particular instance was the perfect mesh for them. So I'm on it. Let's tokenize it.
Yeah. Now let's talk like adults. Let's not talk like football team fans. Although we understand that's what we're dealing with in crypto. This is very much so. Which layer one would you want to tokenize on?
Oh, I don't know. We'd have to do a little more research. To me, I think because we're talking to a new crowd, it would have to be one that's an easy onboard, offboard, right? Because we want it to be fast.
We want it to be inexpensive.
Yep, we want
to have it. Yeah, utility based, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
You seem to have an idea.
Maybe what we do here. Let's play a game. Let's play a game.
Cardano.
So, no, I'm not necessarily. But I get to pick two. You get to pick two, and then I get to exclude one of yours, and then you get to exclude one of mine, and we'll see what's left on the table.
Man, you're throwing me. I haven't messed with tokenized stuff in like a.
These episodes are not rehearsed. These are. These are just like our passion, our knowledge, our joy.
Okay. I would have to go back and wait, we're just doing like NFTs types of tokens. Yeah.
Yeah, except they're videos. So yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
gonna
I mean,
you're
you
gonna
can
have
do
an
it on that.
authentication code.
Yep.
You'll have a hashtag in this episode on
Yep.
the channel, and
Yep.
then you'll have a hashtag on the blockchain. And if you wanted to authenticate, you would reconcile the two, and you'd see the same hashtag, and you'd be like, "Nope, this is real. This is
Yeah.
the."
Yeah. I would
So
actually
Rich,
think Flow. Do you know Flow?
no,
It's actually what a lot
do
of the
not know.
sports.
I do not know Flow. I do not know Flow.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm saying is we should take a minute. So what if in a next episode we come back and we present all of the
No, I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna give you two. You can have Solana or XRP. My third choice would be Algorand, just so you know. That's
Listen,
where my head
I
goes
go
to.
back to if we overcomplicate it for the users, right? So like if we say to the users, here's if their onboarding is difficult to get the tokens to understand, you know what I mean, like the validity of it, then it's a moot point, and we'll alienate some of our audience. And we're potentially talking to newbies, right? So to me,
Yeah.
security is number one.
But-
onboarding would be number two.
So what are your possible Flow? Give me two other potential.
Flow's a great one. I'd have to go back and look at Ethereum and see if it's as complicated as it used to be for the.
All right, so I'm picking that one. That one ain't going.
What?
It's not even a USA coin. I mean, come on.
Oh, come on.
It's not. You know that.
Flow is, by the way. I'm just saying.
Well, then good. I mean, I would further consider it. Would like to know more about that in a future episode. You got a third one out there that you'd like to consider? Cardano. You already said it. So what do we think about?
Like Cardano was the first one that came to mind. So yes.
Do you like it because it's interoperable?
Well, no, it's been around for a long time. I know the Cardano guys.
I've met Hoskinson.
Yeah, I have. I'm actually friends with him. Like he came. We met at a couple conferences, and I'm not like BFFs, but follow each other on social.
I'm looking at my phone to see if I have his number in my phone.
I probably do. But
I bet you do.
I like the ones that have been around for a minute, and I like the ones where I know the people behind it because. For example, when SBF came up, we were like, what? Who is this guy?
You wouldn't give me his number.
At one point,
I don't have his number. Sorry.
You want me to get it for you? We can give him a call. Maybe we get him on the
show.
show.
Yeah, I do. It's kind of my day today for things not to be going my way. Yeah.
Totally forgot what I was just saying before. Oh, SBF.
I'm throwing you off. All right.
I got on FTX exchange and was like, because the first time I ever saw SBF was when they were talking to Congress, and they were all sitting there, and it was like Coinbase and it was like all these legitimate guys, and then there's this guy in a t-shirt with crazy hair, and I'm like, who the is this guy? Like, I don't know this guy at all. That guy looks crazy. So I got on FTX. I looked at it. I just had a bad vibe from it, so I never did it. And I like that I trust my gut in that way because I felt like I didn't get wrecked in it.
Well, are you going to Consensus overseas? Are you going to that one coming up?
Where's it at?
Like it used to be in Austin, but now it's going to be in a foreign country of whose name we will not speak.
Oh, no, I won't be at that one. I do have a crazy travel schedule coming up, but it's less for crypto and more for my other work. Although Rainmaker is crypto, and I'm doing stuff with them. If you want to jump on rainmaker.com and contribute to some videos and make some Rainmaker tokens. Sorry, a little plug.
I just want to authenticate it back and forth between two. Like I know enough to be dangerous, but I'm going to get a developer to get us started, and then we'll start putting it out there. I think, given the nature of the people that listen to our show, I think Solana's got to be the right one. It just does, because we do really well in Texas. Our demo tends to be younger. We're in that meme coin mania. They're going to be on YouTube. Let's just set a standard. We'll do an episode, show them how to do it. After we figure the whole thing out, and there you go.
What if we let the users pick? Like, why don't you guys drop what you think would be best and easiest, and we can look and see if that falls in line. And I'd love to see if maybe there's a project out there that you know of that we don't know of. I'm not saying we'll definitely use it. Go ahead, are you gonna yell at me?
No,
it's like serious.
You have a military background. You have a military background, don't you?
I do.
There's an army that we could call out that might be interested in getting boats in. I mean, don't let that happen. That might not be good for you. Have you heard of the army?
No.
Have you heard of the army?
No.
The XRP army? You've not heard of this?
Oh, Jesus. Is this? Of course not, because
I was trying to give you Solana. You wouldn't take Solana, but Solana is probably the right one. But you know more than I do. I acknowledge, and I'll give you that. So
I did
if
say Solana
this other
first.
flow, what's
I
that?
did say Solana first. Oh, Flow is only my choice because of how easy it is to onboard and offboard. And I'll, like all the big, I think Tops uses Flow. A lot of the sports teams use Flow, and this is why I know of it. It's like the back end one, but you don't even really know that you're using it. It's that easy, and I want that kind of onboarding for people because I don't want to overcomplicate it. But I'm interested to hear what our users have to say. I'm curious what they think would be the best one. So drop in a comment.
Well, if you don't know, Flow is here for the show, and I hate to be rhyming, but we gotta go. Which I haven't been anything else but a rapper until the very end. What's up with this episode?
You nailed it.
Dionna, thank you. Another great episode of All Time High. Thank you.
Bye, you guys.
You on my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my